Alright, so today we are going to talk about EDGs and EWGs. So lone pairs of electrons would be an EDG. Examples of lone pairs of electrons would be like alcohols. And this oxygen is surrounded by lone pairs. Nitrogen, which also has lone pairs, and it's connected to these two R groups. It could also be a nitrogen connected to a hydrogen as well. It doesn't have to be R groups. Carbon chains are also EDGs. And then the last thing I want to talk about is how do EDGs direct, and they do this in two ways. So EDGs can either direct ortho, which is the 1-2 position, or they can direct para, which is the 1-4 position. Let's go ahead and move on to EWGs. So examples of EWGs would be halogens, nitriles, when carbon is triple bound to nitrogen, carbonyls, carbon is double bound to oxygen. So examples of carbonyls would be aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. Nitro groups are also an example of EWGs. So they can be written two ways. So you can write a nitro group like NO2 just like that, or the nitro group can be written this way. And then lastly, we have two more things. When nitrogen has four things bound to it and it has a formal charge of 1, this is also an example of an EWG. Now the last thing is that EWGs direct meta, which is the 1-3 position. Let's move on to our example down here, which you probably already know the answers to. We see a carbonyl, so that would be an EWG. Nitrogen is bound to this benzene, but it's also bound to 3 methyls, so that would be EWG. Lone pairs of electrons, EDG. Carbon chain, EDG. And more lone pair of electrons, so EDG.